Righto, well now here we are, just arriving at Alf Pepper's place, 8 Mile Plains, in February 1965 for the first Queensland Vintage Vehicle Association rally. Next door, Cyril Cadwallader, Alf's neighbour, had his portable steam engine fired up, as well as a steamroller. The idea was to demonstrate or explain that the Queensland Vintage Vehicle Association catered for all road vehicles, not just cars, but all cars and steam and horses, the whole lot. So we started off with some steam engines. There's Cyril with George G looking at his stationary engine. Well, I'm not sure, I think it's called portable actually. Now here's some of the people lining up. There's Hank Eustace coming towards us, and Dennis Martin getting out of his 1926 Buick. Dennis and Max Knight was there briefly. I think there's some of the Cadwallader children. There's Danny McLean, and there's Hank Eustace's Whippet. Here's Alf Pepper coming out of his, no, somebody else is in his Morris Empire Oxford. I think that's from next door. That didn't belong with the club. Cyril Cadwallader, who demonstrated his steamroller next. He and with another helper put it through its paces. Demonstrating that it is steam powered. I think that's Hank Eustace doing a bit of work with the crowbar there. There's Alf and George G in the sunglasses, and me chatting away there, and I think we're lined up here for an address by Alf on this historic first QVVA rally in 1965. Oh no, I think they were watching this gentleman. Is Richard or Dick somebody? I can't remember his surname. Danny McLean, they're paying close attention. A little boy who is now 50 years older. And there we are, the steamroller's underway with Cyril at the controls. And he goes backwards as well as forwards. I think that's one of his sons helping with the steering. There's Doug Bettens in his bright red shirt with Margaret, his wife, and assortment of other QVVA early members. This was at Alf Pepper's 8 Mile Plains home on the old Pacific Highway before the new road was built, before they moved to the other address a bit higher up the hill. Their house was identified by an imitation well in the front yard. I think Alf's making an address here at last. I was a bit early before. Watching the valve gear and the steam engine in action. Now I'm in my 1923 two-cylinder air-cooled Rover 8, 8 horsepower, 2 cylinders, heading off on our run to McLean's Bridge. That's my brother Aubrey photographing something there. Not sure who they are. Now we're at the Kingston railway station, the level crossing now, which is so different today. I think it's an overpass, you go over the top, it's completely different, you never recognise it. The Kingston Butter Factory is just away to the left there. Now we're further on down the road towards McLean's Bridge. We pulled up to regroup at the side of the road here. That's the Riley 9, I think that might be John Keynes, I'm not sure. Here goes Hank with a good hand signal in his Whippet, followed by Dennis very briskly in the Buick. And then I think that's Alan Book, I am told, in a silver Buick. 1 year newer, I'm told. Now we're on the way to McLean's Bridge. I suspect this road looks very different now too, and we finally arrived. The cars are lined up. There's Barry's Austin 7, Alice, still going strong. There was very little shade that day. They put this tent up and it helped the ladies and a few lucky souls, but there's Alf and George G setting up camp. There's George's Holden, my two-cylinder Rover, and Barry Neville, rally organiser at the time, under his very fine straw hat. There's Alf with the ladies in the shed, a bit of lunch being made over there by the look of it. Bonnie G in the red hat, and I think that's Norma Pepper's mother, the lady beside her. Here's Alf talking to Dennis Martin, the Buick, and we now got a Gymkhana event there. There's a bit of precision parking by Dennis, getting nice and close to the stick. Bonnie G in the red hat again, and Barry also in the hat brigade. Here we are, standing under what little shade there was of the day. Looks like Barry and Alf are organising the Gymkhana events. I think that's Hank's Whippet going off there. I think the idea was to get your back wheel onto that stump gap. I think he managed that by there. There's Max Knight on the left, just appeared and disappeared, looking very young. There's Dennis with a carload of ladies there in the Buick, and now I'm going to have a go in the two-cylinder Rover, which is a good little car in Gymkhana. That's Max Knight helping and navigate or assist. Not quite sure what Alf's doing there, but he's knocking something in. Must be for another Gymkhana event. Property of the QVVA has been recorded for posterity. Now I think this is a Chev Alf brought today, is it, or isn't it? Anyway, there's a Willie's Knight there, sleeve valve Willie's Knight. I think that is Les Russell. And here's Leah Pepper, very youthful Leah Pepper. Now we're in Dennis's Buick now. I can remember filming this and being so happy to be in there in the shade under that hood, the roof rather. And finally we see Doug Bettens in the red shirt and Margaret disappearing into the distance.